Anything you wish from it, in thanks for what you've done. I trust my apartments are safe now.
Yes, signore. Thank you. Thank you, Altair, for this great gift. May it shield me from my enemies.
All right, here we are. What these all say. I'm not gonna read everything. Like, for example, like the Codex pages. Also, I did all the truth. I did all the truth things. Check this out.
Eve!
Look out!
Oh, what was that? What? The ones who came before? Adam, Eve, the apple? What the hell's going on? But the Codex pages, however, if not. Now, there's in the manual of the game, like there's like a little thing written by Altair. This is what the Codex is, but this is in the in-game kind of form. So we're gonna read them. Then we're gonna see what the pictures are. These are really good, really interesting stuff. So, this is page 1. Altair writes, I've spent several days with the artifact now. Or has it been weeks? Months? I can no longer be certain. Lairs come from time to time, offering food and distraction. They say I should separate myself from these studies. Malik has even suggested I abandon them entirely. But I am not yet ready to turn away. This apple of Eden will be understood. It must be. Is it a weapon? Is it a catalog? Is it somehow both? He who increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. The philosophy of such a statement I can understand. But for it to be true, literally true, a society that waged wars with ideas and information in place of steel and swords. Its function is simple, elementary even. Dominion, control. But the process, the methods and means it employs, these are fascinating. Those subject to its glow are promised all that they desire. It asks only one thing in return, complete and total obedience. And who can truly refuse? It is temptation incarnate. I remember my own moment of weakness when confronted by Al-Maulim, my confidence shaken by his words. He, who had been like a father, was now revealed to be my greatest enemy. Just the briefest flicker of doubt was all he needed to creep into my mind. But I vanquished his phantoms. I restored my self-confidence and sent him from this world. I freed myself, but now I wonder, did I really? For here I sit, desperate to understand that which I swore to destroy. This is why the apple has a tale to tell. I sense the flickers of something great and dangerous. We are all at risk. It is my duty to do something about it. I must not, cannot turn away until I find the truth. This is the third crusade of the first game, I'm assuming. That's in Jerusalem. And the power of the apple to the left. I'm assuming it's not the sun. Because he knows on the ground. This is the hidden blade. Page 4. What follows are the three great ironies of the Assassin Order. Here we seek to promote peace, but murder is in our means. Here we seek to open the minds of men, but require obedience to a master and set of rules. And 3. Here we seek to reveal the danger of blind faith, yet we are practitioners ourselves. I have no satisfactory answer to these charges, only possibilities. Do we bend the rules in service to greater good? And if we do, what does it say for us? That we are liars? That we are frauds? That we are weak? Every moment is spent wrestling with these contradictions, and in spite of all the years I had to reflect, still I cannot find no suitable answer. I fear that one may not exist. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Does our creed provide the answer then? That one may be two things, opposite in every way simultaneously. And am I not? Am I not proof? We have noble intentions possessed of barbaric means. We who celebrate the sanctity of life and then promptly take it from those who deem our enemies. Who were these ones that came before? What brought them here? How long ago? Centuries? Millennia? Longer still? So little remains of them. What drove them out? What are these artifacts? Messengers in a bottle? Tools left behind to aid and guide us? Or do we fight for control over their refuse? Given divine purpose and meaning to little more than discarded toys. Robert de Sab may be dead, but his brotherhood survives. Though less conspicuous in appearance, I fear they remain a threat, where once they proudly walked the streets, making for easier targets. Now they retreat into the shadows. It grows difficult to track them. What wicked things will they weave in the darkness? Our work will be all the more complicated for it. Already there are rumors of a movement on Cyprus. I will have to investigate. It's made me realize that our tactics too must change. It means an end to our fortress, to our penchant for spectacular displays of public assassinations. We must weave our webs quietly, and we must do so differently than we have in the past. Though I ask my brothers now to abandon their rituals, do not ask them they abandon the creed. This is what makes us assassins. Not the removal of a finger, not a false promise of paradise, not the prohibition of poison. Our duty is to the people, not to custom. If we must sneak, we shall sneak. If we must use poison, we shall use poison. If our blades can be used without removing fingers, we shall not demand they be taken. And we shall not manipulate our initiates with lies and parlor tricks. We shall speak plainly and honestly. We shall be made anew. I thought Ada would be one to lead me to rest, that I might lay down my blade and live as a normal man. But now I know such things are best left to sleep. Her face, I tried to banish it from my mind as I remember the days and nights during which I chased her Templar captors across the sea. I almost got them in time. Almost. If I had only been there faster. Instead, I held her lifeless body in my arms, saw the terror reflected in her fixed, unblinking eyes. I hunted each man one by one until all responsible were gone from this world. But there was no joy in this, no satisfaction or release. Their deaths did not bring her back, did not heal my wounds. After that, I was certain I would never again feel for a woman as I had her. I am fortunate to have been wrong. Over time, any sentence uttered long and loud enough becomes fixed, becomes a truth. Provided, of course, you can outlast the dissent and silence your opponents. But should you succeed and remove all challengers, then what remains is, by default, now true. Is it truth in some objective sense? No. But how does one ever achieve an objective point of view? The answer is you don't. It is literally, physically impossible. There are too many variables, too many fields and formulae to consider. We can try, of course. We can inch closer and closer to revelation. But we'll never reach it. Not ever. And so I've realized that so long as the Templars exist, they will attempt to bend reality to their will. They recognize there is no such thing as absolute truth, or if there is, we are hopelessly under-equipped to recognize it. And so in its place, they seek to create their own explanation. It is the guiding principle of their so-named New World Order. To reshape existence in their own image, it is not about artifacts, not about men. These are merely tools. It's about concepts, clever of them. For how does one wage war against a concept? It is the perfect weapon. It lacks a physical form, yet can alter the world around us in numerous, often violent ways. You cannot kill a creed, even if you kill all of its inherents. Destroy all of its writings, these are a reprieve of at best. Someone someday will rediscover it. Someone someday will rediscover it. Reinvent it. I believe that we, the assassins, have simply rediscovered an order that predates the old man himself. Ah, it's the creed, the hidden ones, created by Bayek and Aya, also known as Amunet. Oh. Attis, Danis, Horus, and Krisha, and Mithra and Jesus. Similar stories color their lives. Too similar, I think. Divine birthright, persecution, disciples, miraculous acts, resurrection. How is it possible? Perhaps it isn't. Merely a single story told over the ages, borrowed, then changed to fit the times. Evolving as our tools and language do? Is this tale born of fact or fiction? A bit of both? Could these figures be the same person? Their life extended and transformed by a piece of Eden. Al-Mu'alim spoke of Jesus as a real person, a mortal who had mastered the arts of manipulation. But what if he was wrong? If these men are real, and if they walked amongst us many times before, does it mean they'll come again? Perhaps they are here now. So many questions, and every day even more. Sun, the solar system. I'm guessing that's Cyprus. Also, not even showing the America side of the South America and North America. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, that's the moves and everything. I have the answer now. I know the truth. I shall not touch that wretched thing again. Best that no one do, now or ever. I have tried at last to destroy it, but it will neither bend nor break nor melt. Oh, that irony. I am certain if I asked, the apple would tell me what I need to be done. But even this promise is insufficient. Always it holds one more gift to give. I must refrain. So it shall be sealed. We will take it to the island. Once theirs, now ours. There's a treasury there, hidden well, and it shall have to suffice. Risky to separate myself from the artifact that others may discover it. Riskier still to keep it close. In time I'll be tempted, I am weak. We all are. Who wouldn't be? Oh, the things I have seen. The tale is here, inside the text. Not between the lines, but beneath them, where only our eyes might peer. Go and see for yourself, that you might succeed where I and others have failed. Time marches on, bringing with it new discoveries and deployments, and so at least one day the doorway might be opened. And so at least one day the doorway might be opened, and the message delivered. They will have their prophet. Soon I shall pass from this world. It is my time. All the hours of the day are now colored by thoughts and fears born of this realization. I know that the elements of my body will return to the earth. But what of my consciousness, my identity? That is to say, what of me? I suspect it will end. That there's no next world, nor return to this one. It will simply be done forever. Our lives are so brief and unimportant. The cosmos cares nothing for us, for what we've done. Had we wrought evil instead of good? Had we chosen to abuse the apple instead of seal it away? None of it would have mattered. There's no counting, there's no reckoning, no final judgment. There's simply silence and darkness, utter and absolute. And so I've begun to wonder, might there not be a way to stop, or at least delay, death's embrace? Surely the ones who came before were not so frail and feeble as we. But I've sworn to be done with the artifact, not to gaze into its core. Still, faced as I am with the prospect of my end, what harm is there in one last look? Alright, that's the documents. That's the Codex pages that we just got. And these are going to be like the locations with lore with them. Not but you know, history tied to them in each location. It's kind of cool if you're interested in that kind of thing. Alright, these would be like the targets that you've seen. Yeah, cool. And we have the conspirators and everything. The DNA sequence is completely filled out. Everything is collected. Alright. Let's speak with them.
Ezio!
It is time, Uncle.
Also, the bars will be popping up.
Let us finish what you and my father started all those years ago.
Indeed. Perhaps now we can finally make sense of this prophecy and put a stop to whatever it is the Spaniard is plotting.
We should start by locating the vault. The Codex pages will lead us to it. Let's take a look.
Decipher the Codex pages to discover the location of the vault. X marks the spot. Alright, here we go. Which is only what our ancestry has the ability to do. Okay, so now I was totally wrong about the corners. I was doing it all wrong. Like so. The thin bar. What this is going to do, it's going to reveal the world. Anyway, we're back out. Let's see if we got it. I think we got it. And that looks correct. Oh, goodness. Ooh.
It is a map of the entire world. But there are lands shown here that do not exist.
Apparently they do exist. I imagine they've yet to be discovered. Or rediscovered.
How is this possible?
Perhaps the vault will hold the answer.
Do you see where it is, then?
No. It can't be. The vault. It looks like the vault is in Roma, then the Spaniard. This is why he became Pope.
Now I understand. It's not the vault alone he's gained access to, but the staff as well.
What staff?
The Codex always spoke of two keys. Two pieces of Eden needed to open the vault. One is the apple.
And the other is the staff. The papal staff is the second piece of Eden.
For years, no, decades, we've sought these answers.
And now, at last, we have them.
But so too could the Spaniard. And if he does, if he finds a way into the vault, its contents will make the apple seem a trifling thing.
I must go to Roma and find the vault. What of the rest of you?
We'll do what we do best. Cause some trouble in the city, giving you the freedom to conduct your search.
Just let me know when you are ready, Nipote.
Alrighty. Right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we complete the game. This episode was just going to be like the Codex pages and me showing you some videos, the truth, and showing what all I've done. So, in the next episode, we finish this once and for all.